What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel Skotrix, and today as you can see we are back on NBA 2K21 Next Gen, but not actually on the game today. Today we're going to be ranking every single takeover in NBA 2K21 Next Gen, and also talking about what every takeover does, which attributes it boosts, how much it boosts by, and what other abilities it unlocks for you. So hopefully this video will help you guys out a ton when deciding which takeovers you want to take for your build. But before I get into the video, I just want to mention really quickly, if y'all are not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to click that sub button. Only about 2% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed to my channel, so if you click that sub button right now, you can join the 2% gang. I really appreciate it. But now with all that being said, without any further ado, let's get right into the video here. Alright, so first off, we're going to be starting on this website right here, NBA2KLab.com. This is a very good website for anybody who plays NBA 2K21 Next Gen, or even 2K20 or 2K21 Current Gen. They have tabs for that as well. But today we're going to be on this site looking at the takeovers right here, this tab right here. You can come onto this website as well for yourself. I'll have the link in the description. They have a ton of good information on this website. And when it comes to takeovers, they have these really cool graphs right here where you can see how much of each attribute every takeover will boost. So for example, the advanced gathers boost driving layup by 8, it boosts some other things by 5 like post hook, shot IQ goes up by 8, pass accuracy goes up by 5, ball handle goes up by 8, so you can kind of come onto this website and look at all that. And you can also click this button right here to enable the secondary takeover, and once you do that you can put multiple takeovers together how you would have them on the game. So let's say you took advanced gathers and extreme clamps as your two takeovers, you could see how much of each category would be boosted by these two combined, which is really cool. So some things will go up by 8, some things will go up by 5, some things will go up even by 12, so that's really cool, really helpful when you're trying to decide which takeover you want to take. And all of this information comes from Laker Fan's video. If y'all don't know who Laker Fan is, he's also a 2K YouTuber, really good YouTuber. I recommend y'all check him out as well. But he made a video basically breaking down what this website has in these charts right here. So again, y'all can come onto this website. I'll have the link in the description if you want to see how much of each attribute every takeover boosts. But for this video, I'm just going to be talking about the extra things that each takeover does. So the extra animations or extra abilities that you get when you have a specific takeover equipped, which is said right here. I'm going to go over all of these so that when I do rank all the takeovers in a couple minutes here, you guys will know what every takeover does and you'll understand what I'm talking about when I'm breaking down each takeover and why I'm ranking it and where I'm ranking it. So first off right here for advanced gathers, this is basically like fancy footwork in 2K21 Current Gen. It unlocks more effective spin, euro, hop step, and cradle gathers. So it'll give you a lot better animations. It'll help you jump a lot further when you do hop steps and stuff like that. Pretty good takeover right there. Next up we have finishing moves. This is basically like contact finisher or posterizer, the badge. It increases your ability to absorb contact and consistently finish at the rim, so finishing moves is also really good. Easy blow-bys gives you better abilities to make blow-bys when you're trying to beat defenders off the dribble to drive to the rim, so that's good. I'm sure everybody knows what easy blow-bys does. It's pretty self-explanatory. Then extreme clamps is basically like the clamps badge on double, triple Hall of Fame. Super good takeover for any lockdown build, and it also increases the ability, so when a dribbler dribbles into you and you have this takeover equipped, it's a lot higher chance that they're going to be forced to pick up the ball and not be able to just keep dribbling by you. Then you have perimeter badge drop. This will move opposing players' shooting badges down a tier when you're getting close to them on the perimeter, so that's kind of a cool one. Then you have enhanced jump shot contest. This is kind of like intimidator, but only for the perimeter and only for people who are shooting jump shots, so basically it just increases your ability to contest jump shots. Then you have box out wall, which obviously will help you get box outs easier. Then you have see the future, which will help you get rebounds because you'll be able to see where they're going to land on the court. There'll be a little target after somebody misses a shot and you'll be able to see where the rebound's going to go, so you can get yourself into position and have a higher chance of grabbing it. Then you have glass clearing dimes. This one allows you to get more assists off of offensive rebounds, so if you get an offensive rebound and you pass out to your teammates, it's basically like you have the dimer badge on Hall of Fame with this takeover, and there's a lot higher chance that they'll be able to make a shot off of that. But it only works off of rebounds, either offensive rebounds or if you get a defensive rebound and make like a deep outlet pass or something. That's all that works off of. Then you have a limitless range, which obviously increases your range by like a lot, so that's a pretty good one. Then you have spot up precision. This one boosts well-timed / aimed stationary jump shots, so if you're standing still for a lot of your jump shots, maybe you're a corner sitter or a spot up big, this is a pretty good takeover for you since it will help you make a lot more jump shots. Then you have team ratings boost, which basically boosts your teammates ratings when you're on the floor with them. If you have this takeover on, it will give their offensive ratings a big boost. Then you have team takeover boost, which will help your teammates get their takeover faster when you have this takeover on. Then you have team badge boost, which will boost your teammates' badges up a tier when you have this takeover on. So all of the playmaking takeovers, as you can see, are pretty similar. They just boost different things, ratings, takeovers, and badges. Then you have pull-up precisions, which boosts your well-timed / aimed shots off the dribble. So that's a pretty good one, the Ticino type of takeover. Then you have ankle-breaking shots, which is basically the only ankle breaker takeover this year, since the playmaking takeovers don't really help with that. And it helps you get more ankle breakers off of spin and step back jumpers. So that's a pretty cool one. Then you have negative impact, which reduces defensive impact against pull-ups and other skill shots. So it's basically like Deadeye for fadeaways and stuff like that. Then you have advanced post moves, which makes it easier to beat defenders with post moves. So that one's kind of cool if you're a post scorer. Then you have post playmaking, which boosts your teammates' offensive abilities off of pass outs of the posts. So it's basically like Dimer when you're in the post. If you pass out, it's basically like the Dimer badge is going to increase your teammates' abilities to score off of a pass out of the post. Then you have post shot daggers, which increases scoring ability with hooks, fades, shimmy shots, and other post moves. So that one's kind of cool, really good for post scorers. Then you have power backdowns, which is basically like backdown punisher on steroids. It makes it super easy to push the defenders around when you're posting them up. And then you have stuff blocks right here, which unlocks more SWAT, backboard pins, and grab blocks animations. So that one's pretty cool. Then paint intimidation is basically like super intimidator, but only in the paint. It's different than the lockdown takeover, which boosts it on the perimeter. This is basically the opposite. It boosts it when you're inside, and it gives you the boost ability to affect shots around the rim. Obviously, that's what I basically just said. And then your interior badge drop right here drops the opponent's scoring badges down a tier when they're in the paint with you. So that's a pretty cool one as well. That's what all the takeovers do right there. And now we can get into ranking them here. Alright, so now we're back on this chart right here. I'm sure you guys have noticed, usually I have this from S tier, which is the best, all the way down to F tier. I believe it's like 7 different categories, but I cut this down to 4 because there's really not as many takeovers as there is badges, so I don't need as many slots to rank them in. And I do want to mention really quickly before I start ranking these, there is basically no bad takeover in this game. So even if I put something in either the C or the D category, that does not mean it's a bad takeover. It just means that it's not quite as good as the other ones. All of them are really good though, but I will do my best to rank them here from best all the way down to worst right here. And also, I know there'll be people who disagree with me and my ranking. That's okay. If you disagree or you have a takeover that you really like that maybe I rank lower here, just comment down below and let me know. I'm really interested to know what you guys think of all the takeovers. But first off here, we're gonna have Limitless Range, and I'm going to put this one into the B category. This is a super good takeover, and I'm not going to talk too much about the takeovers like I do in the badge video because I kind of already went over what they do. And again, you guys can use the website that I have in the description if you want to see all of the attributes for every individual takeover. I don't want to get into that too much in this video because it'll end up being super long. But next up right here, we have Spot Up Shooter, and I'm going to put this one down into the C category. I don't think this is quite as good as the Limitless Range, so that's going into the C one right there. Then we are on to the post scorer ones. First off, we have power backdowns. I'm going to put this one into the B category. This is a pretty good takeover. Then we're going to have post playmaker. I'm going to put this one into the D category. This one really is not as useful in my opinion. Then we have advanced post moves. This one's pretty cool, but it's not amazing. I'm going to put it into the C category right here. And then we have post shot daggers. I'm going to put this one into the A category. In my opinion, this is the best post score takeover, up there with power backdowns. It's really good. So that's an A category badge right there. Now we're on to the slasher ones. First off, for the slasher ones, we have advanced gathers. I'm going to put this into the C category. Again, it's a good takeover. I know I'm putting it kind of low here. It's a good takeover, but it's just not as good as some other ones. So that one goes into the C category right here. Then we have finishing moves. I'm going to put finishing moves into the B category. And then we have easy blow-bys. I'm also going to put easy blow-bys into the B category right here. These are really between the B and the A though. They're both really good takeovers for any slasher build, so keep that in mind. But next up right here, we're on to the shot creator takeovers. First up is pull-up precision. I'm going to put pull-up precision into the C category right here. Then we have ankle breaker shots. I'm going to put that into the A category. Super good takeover. Super fun takeover to play with as well, so I definitely recommend that one for everybody if you can get it. And next up right here, we have negative impact. I'm going to put this into the D. Again, it's pretty good. It's not bad, but it's just not as good as some of the other ones in my opinion. So now on to the playmaker ones right here. First up, we have the ratings boost. I'm going to put this into the C category right here. Then we have the takeover boost. I'm also going to put this one into the C category as well. The playmaker takeovers just aren't quite as good as the other ones. And next up we have the badge boost, and this one's going to go all the way down into the D category. I think that's the worst playmaker one in my opinion. But now we're on to the lockdown takeovers right here. First up we have extreme clamps, and that one is going into the A category. Super good takeover. Then we have perimeter badge drop. This one's going to go into the B category, also a pretty good takeover. And then we have enhanced jump shot contest right here. This one's going into the A category, really good takeover right there. Now on to some of the big man takeovers right here. First up we have the rim protector takeover stuff blocks, and I'm going to put this one down into the D category. Gives you some cool animations, but it's really not as useful as some of the other ones in my opinion. Then we have paint intimidator. This one I'm going to put all the way up to the A category right there. Then interior badge drop. I'm going to put this one into the B category right here. Now on to the final category right here, the rebounding takeovers. First up we have box out wall. I'm going to put this into the D category. This one isn't even bad, to be honest. It could even go in the C category, but the D one is kind of blank compared to the C one, so I'm going to put it down here, really in between C and D though. It's not a bad takeover, but there are some better ones in my opinion. And then we have See the Future. This one's pretty good. It's not as good as it's been in years past because you don't get as much of an advanced warning as you did in years past, but I'm still going to put it into the B category right here. See the Future is a pretty good takeover. And then we have glass cleaning dimes. I'm going to go ahead and put glass cleaning dimes down into the D category. Just not as good in my opinion as some of the other takeovers that you can get, so that one goes into the D category there. Again, it's not bad. None of the categories or none of the takeovers in any of the categories are bad. They are all good takeovers, but this is the best way that I could rank them in my opinion, off of my personal preference and the information that is provided on NBA2klabs.com. So yeah, this is how I'm going to rank all the takeovers right there, just like that. You guys can pause the video, take a screenshot of this if you want. I know you might not be able to tell what all of them are because they have the colors around them and not the names, but still the colors that I have here do match the colors that each takeover are in the game. So you could take a screenshot of this and then just look at it in the game and see if the takeovers you're trying to take are good or not, or at least if they're good or not in my opinion. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe to my channel if you're new. Like I said, only 2% of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed to my channel. So if you click that sub button right now, you can join the 2% gang. I really appreciate it. It means a lot, helps me out a ton. And yeah, I know some of you guys are starting your winter holidays today, so hopefully you guys have a good winter holidays as well. But anyways, that's going to be it. Alright, peace.